Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Is 90 Day Fiancé's Rob Warne trying to repair his reputation with his family member posts, or is he sincerely sharing his pain over a sad life event? Rob Warne from 90 Day, The Last Resort has started to display a variety of unhappy emotions on social media, which may be his attempt to soften his image as a villain. He was in his early 30s when he invited Sophie Sierra to the United States. Rob proposed to her at the airport, hoping to build a happy future together. However, Sophie was disappointed with Rob's apartment, finding it too small and lacking a bathroom. Just a few weeks after arriving in the United States, Sophie grew tired of Rob's disrespectful behavior. Despite their differences, Rob and Sophie tried to make their relationship work. They exchanged vows in 2023 but resumed arguing and fighting shortly after their wedding. They grappled with issues regarding communication and trust, which led them to seek therapy in 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 2. During the season, Rob and Sophie began to show a lack of respect for each other, leading many fans to see Rob as the villain in their relationship. Despite attending therapy sessions, their relationship didn't improve. Ultimately, Sophie decided to end their on-again, off-again relationship. Rob's behavior towards Jasmine Pineda and Sophie has been scrutinized for some time. Still, he is currently trying to show a different side of himself to his followers on social media. By frequently talking about his dog, Rob attracts a larger following and attempts to reveal his authentic self. He has been showing his nurturing side by showcasing his pet, Rome, on Instagram, affectionately referring to him as his son. Rome, who appears to be a mixed-breed pit bull, is frequently featured in Rob's social media posts with hashtags emphasizing his love for his furry companion. A while back, Rob opened up about his dog's ongoing health problems. More recently, he left a heartfelt comment on Julia Trubkina and Brandon Gibbs' Instagram post expressing condolences for the loss of their dog, Simba. In his comment, Rob wrote, "I'm dreading the day I have to say goodbye to my boy," showing that he empathized with his co-star's grief. Rob added, "Sorry for your loss guys," which garnered over 170 likes. While Rob's comment seemed genuine, some may question if he mentioned his pet to elicit sympathy and attention from social media users. Rob has been sharing updates about his dog, Rome, since before 2019. However, he has started expressing his role as a pet parent more openly since the start of 2025. In January, Rob informed his Instagram followers that Rome had been diagnosed with skin cancer and may not have much time left. Some may speculate that Rob was seeking sympathy online, but it's possible he was sharing his genuine love and concern for his dog. It's understandable why Rob feels so emotionally connected to Rome, as he has been like a father figure to him for quite some time now. Some viewers may struggle to trust him because they have witnessed him behaving immaturely in the past, whether it was during his first argument with Sophie or their final altercation in front of the cameras. Rob overstepped boundaries by involving himself in other cast members' personal affairs, such as when he insulted Jasmine while she was pregnant, which was unjustifiable. As the 90 Day, The Last Resort alum prepares to appear in a new spin-off, he is making efforts to repair his damaged reputation. World of 90 Day Fiancé, few cast members have stirred as much debate and skepticism as Rob Warne. Known for his complex relationship with Sophie Sierra and his often defensive demeanor on and off screen, Rob has found himself at the center of controversy more than once. Recently, his social media presence has shifted away from combative clapbacks and gym selfies to something more emotionally resonant, posts about a family member, presumably a close relative who has passed or is going through a health crisis. His followers are divided. Are these vulnerable posts an authentic expression of grief and emotional turmoil? Or are they carefully curated attempts to rebrand a tarnished public image? To answer that, we need to take a step back and look at how Rob Warne became one of the more polarizing figures in the 90 Day Fiancé universe. When Rob first appeared on screen, he was introduced as a model with a humble background, struggling to make ends meet in Los Angeles. Viewers were quick to sympathize with his hustle, but that sympathy began to waver as red flags emerged in his relationship with Sophie. Accusations of infidelity, communication issues, and an unwillingness to compromise painted Rob as stubborn and sometimes emotionally detached. Sophie, meanwhile, came across as someone desperate to feel secure in their relationship, something she seemed to rarely get from Rob. The tension between them escalated as cameras captured moments where Rob appeared dismissive or emotionally unavailable. As the season aired, social media exploded with criticism of Rob's behavior, and he did little to soothe the backlash, often reacting to commenters with sarcasm or thinly veiled contempt. But in recent weeks, Rob's Instagram has taken on a dramatically different tone. Gone are the thirst traps and passive-aggressive memes. In their place are emotionally heavy captions about cherishing loved ones, candid reflections on loss, and photos of a middle-aged woman, perhaps an aunt or even his mother, smiling beside him in what looks like happier times. Tell the people you love that you love them. Every day, one post reads, over a black and white photo of him and the woman sitting on a porch. Another post shows a candlelight vigil, with Rob thanking fans for giving space to grieve. Naturally, speculation followed. Some fans were moved. This is the real Rob. Vulnerable. Raw. Human, one follower commented. Others were more skeptical. Is this about your aunt, or about damage control? Be honest. One particularly cutting remark simply read, funny how grief gets posted the moment your image needs polishing. It's not an unfounded theory. In reality TV, cast members often find themselves balancing personal pain with public persona. When things go south, and they often do, public sympathy can be a powerful tool for repairing a broken reputation. And Rob, who has faced allegations of gaslighting and even cheating, could very well be seeking redemption through this emotionally honest content. But perhaps that's too cynical. What if this is genuine? There's something undeniably raw in the way Rob writes about his family member. In one story post, he mentions the struggle of watching someone you love fade and the helplessness of not knowing what to do. He talks about sleepless nights, replaying conversations in his head, and wondering if he could have done more. That kind of vulnerability doesn't scream PR stunt, it sounds like someone who is hurting deeply and doesn't quite know how to express it except in the form he's most familiar with, public sharing. In another post, he includes a voice memo.